A terrifying, scary story you won't forget. Titled, My Sister's Imaginary Friend Keeps Warning Me About Her, from BornStoryteller.com. When my little sister Sarah first told me about her imaginary friend, I didn't think much of it. She was 7, with an active imagination and a tendency to create elaborate worlds for herself. She named her imaginary friend Luna. According to Sarah, Luna was funny, sweet, and always knew the best hiding spots during hide and seek. At first, it seemed harmless, but that was before Luna started talking to me. It happened late one night, about a month after Luna first moved in. I was lying in bed, half asleep, when I heard a faint whisper. "James, wake up!" I bolted upright, my heart hammering. The voice was soft, almost sing-song, but there was something unsettling about it. I glanced around my dark room, but nothing seemed out of place. I figured it was my imagination or a remnant of a dream and lay back down. The next morning, Sarah was unusually quiet at breakfast. She poked at her cereal, her little face pale and drawn. "What's wrong?" I asked, concerned. "Luna says you heard her last night," she whispered. I froze, my spoon halfway to my mouth. "What do you mean?" Sarah glanced around as if afraid someone might overhear. Then she leaned closer. "Luna says she tried to warn you." "Warn me about what?" Sarah didn't answer. She just shook her head and ran off to play. That was the beginning. Over the next few days, strange things started happening around the house. Doors that I knew I'd locked would be standing open. Lights flickered for no apparent reason. I'd hear footsteps in the hallway at night, but when I checked, there was never anyone there. And then there were the whispers. Every night, just as I was drifting off to sleep, I'd hear Luna's voice. She never said much, just my name or a quiet giggle, but it was enough to keep me awake, staring into the darkness, my heart pounding in my chest. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I stormed into Sarah's room, determined to get to the bottom of it. "Sarah, we need to talk about Luna," I said. Sarah was sitting on her bed, clutching her favorite stuffed rabbit. She looked up at me with wide, frightened eyes. "Luna says you shouldn't be angry," she whispered. "She's only trying to help you." "Help me with what?" Sarah hesitated, biting her lip. Then she said something that sent a chill down my spine. "Luna says, you need to be careful around me." I stared at her, not sure I'd heard her right. "What do you mean?" Sarah looked down at her rabbit, stroking its worn ear. "She says I'm not really me anymore." I felt a cold knot of fear tighten in my stomach. "Sarah, that's not funny." "I'm not trying to be funny," she said, her voice trembling. "Luna says I've changed. She says I'm dangerous now." I laughed nervously, trying to shake off the creeping dread. "You're 7 years old, Sarah. How dangerous could you be?" Sarah didn't smile. She just stared at me with those wide, haunted eyes. "You'll see," she said softly. That night, I locked my bedroom door. I didn't sleep. The next morning, I woke up to find my door standing wide open. My heart stopped. I knew I'd locked it. I knew it. Sarah was waiting for me at the breakfast table. She smiled when she saw me, but it wasn't her usual sunny smile. It was wrong. "Luna says she's sorry," she said, her voice sing-song and sweet. "She tried to keep me from hurting you, but it's too late now." I stared at her, my blood turning to ice. "What do you mean?" I whispered. Sarah giggled, but there was no joy in it. It was cold, empty. "You'll see," she said again. That night, I woke up to find Sarah standing at the foot of my bed. She was holding a knife. Her eyes were wide and empty, and her lips were moving, but no sound came out. I realized, with a sickening jolt, that she was mouthing the same words over and over again. "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Behind her, in the shadows, I saw something move. A pale face with hollow eyes and a wide, bloodless smile. "Luna." She raised one finger to her lips as if to say, "Shh." And then Sarah lunged. I barely managed to roll out of the way in time. I hit the floor hard, scrambling to my feet as Sarah slashed at the air where I'd just been lying. "Sarah, stop!" I shouted, but she didn't seem to hear me. Her eyes were blank, her face expressionless, as if she weren't really there. I ran out of the room, slamming the door behind me, and locked it. I could hear Sarah pounding on the other side, screaming now, her voice shrill and inhuman. "Luna says it's time! Luna says you have to go!" I didn't wait to find out what that meant. I grabbed my car keys and ran. That was 3 days ago. I've been staying in a motel on the edge of town, trying to figure out what to do. I've called my parents, but they don't believe me. They think I'm imagining things. But I know what I saw. And I know one thing for sure. That thing in my house, it isn't my sister anymore. Enjoyed this eerie story? If this story left you wanting more, you can find many more terrifying tales in our exclusive Creepy Storybooks collection, available now. Link in the description and bio. Check it out!